Gonna wait just a few seconds to see if anyone is awake on a Friday night. I'm gonna prime my face. Hey, June. I'm gonna wait just a second, let this dry. I'm oily skin, and so I like to use my setting spray before as a primer. I don't want to use the silicone primer because with this this makeup, it doesn't do the best with silicone primers. But I use the Airbrush Flawless. It's a Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, and I do it before and after. And I just put it on my damp perfector sponge and then just pounce it over my face, and then I let it dry. But we're gonna make tonight quick. I'm just gonna do a really quick look just to show you in real time how fast you can really do, and just to make it minimal. First, I'm gonna show you the palette that I'll be using. This is the colors. This is gonna be my brightening highlight, which I'm using Aura. This is my main highlight, which is Amber. This is my contour, Indigo. And this is my lip and cheek color, and it's Nude. And then for my eyes, I'm just going to be doing probably just 2 colors. I'm not sure that I'll use all 3. I think I'm just going to use this color Oak and on Wednesday, and just make it just a really simple just a simple look. Just kind of use it. And I'm going to showcase a couple of brushes. I'm going to use the blush and bronzer. This is my favorite. The smudge brush. I like to contour my nose with this. And then also, this is the eyeshadow. They changed the name of it. I think it's just the eyeshadow brush. But it's got a real fluffy end. So these are the brushes that I'll be using. And then I like to use my perfector sponge to blend out any harsh lines. So, with that said, let's go ahead and get started. Spend some time together. I'm going to take my, I'm going to start with my contour first. This is the color Indigo that I showed you. I am going to just swipe it right along my cheekbones. On my forehead. And again, it doesn't have to be too precise because it's all going to blend together. And these are creams. This is Seint Beauty. Used to be known as mascara. And the creams are just so easy just to blend in and to really just take on a second skin. So, I mean, I know that looks crazy, right? And this is a dark color. It's one of the darker ones, but I don't know, it just, you can really wear such a range of shades. And I'm going to do my nose right along the edge. Not quite on top of it, but not quite beside it. It's scary. And then I always do just a little bit under my lip. Just to make it for extra little pout. And for that, we're done. For the contour. So we're going to move on. And now I'm going to go in with my main highlight. And that is the color Amber. And I'm going to use that everywhere that I did not put the contour. So I'm just going to take my brush and just dab it a little bit, and then I'm just going to kind of swirl it on. And I don't use a lot of product because if I want to go back later and have and make it more full coverage, I can. And I think I've probably said to a lot of people that all our colors all of our shades have color correctors in them as well. And so this amber is really good for counteracting redness if you have a little bit of redness. And so normally I wear sandy, but since my skin's been a little bit red here lately, and so I just switched over to it. I'm just gonna get a little bit on my neck. Before I started, I had already done my eyebrows, and I used the Brow Precise by Maybelline. It's just a little eyebrow pencil, and then I prime my eyelids with the undershadow, and it's from Sourmay. I get this from Amazon. It's like $5 or $6, but it's really good because the base that I use, I mean, it's almost like a cream to powder, but it just makes your eyelids even tone so that you can put your eye makeup on, and it looks really good and it shows up. So now that we've done that, now I'm going to go with my brightening highlight. And so I didn't really just blend it all great, but I'll go back and do that. Sometimes I do color correcting, but I'm not even going to worry about that because I don't always do it. I'm going to go in with a color Aura. And you can tell usually when you do your main shade, you try to kind of match it to your face. And you'll be surprised sometimes when you first swap it on how scary it looks. But if you will let it kind of melt into your skin and give it a minute, it just turns into butter. I mean, it's like it just blends right in, and you'll be surprised at how well that it ends up matching when it looks a little bit scary first going on. So always give it a try and kind of play with it. But you want your brightening shade to typically be about 2 shades lighter than what your main highlight is. And if you can just barely tell the difference in these, but I can do lighter than this too. And then I'm just going to go right the places that I want to bring some light to, which is usually right down the center of the face and right up under the eyes. And I don't cake it on. I mean, you probably can, but as you get older, things don't work and don't act like they should, like they used to, you know? And so, you just don't want a lot of product that's caking up. So now I'm just going to go in and blend. And see, already look how that blends out. When I blend, I just always blend into my hairline too, because you never want to have a big line. And some people do, and sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes you don't notice it when you get in the car, but it just happens. But always try to blend right into your hairline. I'm just going to go through and make sure that I've gotten everything. Blend it out. Hey, April. And so I went right along my neck, and you really can't tell because all you're doing with contour is you're just sculpting. You're trying to just almost manipulate your face into the shape that you want it. And I mean, it's not a magic or anything, but I mean, you'll be surprised that with just a little bit of playing and trying things out, how you can do things, because I really do have a wider nose. And guess what? When I get through contouring, my nose is not Slim Shady by any means, but it is not, you know, I don't feel like it's as big, and I feel like I kind of slim it down just a little bit, and that's what I'm going for. And you don't want to blend it completely out. You want to make sure that you can still see your contour. And so see, I mean, it's just a nice little line. It's nothing dramatic. And the color that I started with was really dark and scary. But I didn't blend that one good. And I always blend upwards. So that's my face. I'll go in with a bronzer next. I use the Bella bronzer. If you buy a bronzer and the brush, you can get the combo bundle for like $40, which is $10 off. So if you end up ordering it, I would make sure that you do, the bundle. But I'm just kind of pouncing it in. And then I'll just swirl it on my face. And it's really sheer. And it's just going to bring some warmth and life. I always get my neck because my neck is a lot lighter than my face. And if I make my face match my neck, it looks like I should be in a ghost town. Okay. So we done with that. Check. Now we're going to go in with the blush. And I'm just going to use this really pretty nude color. It is, the color's nude. And it looks good on all skin types. Light, dark, fair, whatever. And you can use it for your lips too. Their lip and cheek. But I'm going to go in. I'm going to do one side with my hand. With my finger. I know, April came over today. We did a little makeover. I'm going to use that one with my finger. And then I'm going to apply this side. I'm just kind of bouncing it. You ain't got to get a lot of product. I don't know if you can see it. See, there's not a lot on there. And you can always keep building it. But it blends out so easy. And you know, if you have something that you already like a foundation that you have, or you already like whatever, we have a lot of different products. So you may like the blush, or you may like an illuminator, or you may like the eyeshadows, or you may like the brushes. You know, you can always, you don't have to, you know, buy the whole kit and caboodle. You can get what you want. And if you start off small, if you're like me, you'll just keep adding to it, and it's affordable enough to where you can add, you know, one or two things here and there, because you would spend that at the drugstore. But that's really it, okay? So it's just a nice little healthy flush of the cheeks, nothing crazy. And then I'll go in with my Perfector sponge. It's damp. I put it under the sink. I let it get big and squishy. This is not your typical sponge like a lot of beauty sponges are. But it feels like, I don't know, like a blob of wet cotton. I know that sounds weird, but it's just how it feels. And then you squish it out, and it's just damp. But that helps to just seal the look together, bring it all, mute any harsh lines that you have, and pick up any excess product. You don't want too much product. And with this makeup, if you're not careful, it's so creamy. Sorry. It's so creamy that you can end up putting on too much, and then you're like, oh, I don't like it. But you just have to play with it. You know, give it a chance, because when you see people and they make it look easy, probably the very first time they put it on, it wasn't that easy. They've played with it. And I'll tell you something else too. Like during the quarantine, when I was at, working from home a lot more, when I would get up and do my makeup, because I felt like I needed makeup. Some days I did not feel like I could get up and be productive if I wasn't a little put together. It just made me feel better. It made me feel better to brush my teeth, even if I put my hair in a messy bun, if I straighten my messy bun up, or even put a couple curls in, or you know, did a little bit of makeup. It wouldn't be nothing, but I played around with it some, and I grew to love it even more. Every time I played with it, I was like, man, you know, you can just do so much with it. I'm gonna go in now with an illuminator. And this is a really pretty shade too. These are my favorites. You can tell that's the favorite. I don't use it a whole lot unless I'm going out, because it's got a perfume with it. And I love the fact that you can make your face smell good. And I can smell it right now. It smells so good. But it's a rose gold, and it's super pretty on. It looks good on all skin types too. Actually, all these do. But this is pearl, and it's a really pretty, almost just a little light gloss, but there's enough of a sheen that when you turn, it's just it catches the light, but it's just like a glow. It's not a sparkle. It's not a glossy look. It's just really pretty. So I've been loving it. And like I said, it's pearl. And that's what, like on my finger, and that's how I typically apply it. And I just will put it along my cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose. I'll do a little bit on my Cupid's bow. Cupid. It's a cute little guy. And then I may go ahead and put some in my inner corner right here. Let's brighten this puppy up. And you know what? I'll go ahead and do just a little bit up here because I'm only going to do 2 eyeshadows. I'm just going to do a 2 eyeshadow look. Okay. So now the face is done. Everything is good except for lips, which I'll do in just a second. We'll do a quick one with that too. And eyeshadows. So I'm going to take, and like I said, this is the little palette I put together earlier. This is the eyeshadow brush. It does smell good. I know. Hey, Brenda. So this is a really pretty Rome. And sometimes I'll use that as just a wash all over my eyes. I'll just put it everywhere. But I think tonight, just for the sake of simplicity, I'm just going to use 2 colors. I'm going to do, look at that shine. Look at that. Woo, Rudolph, he's going to love it. So this is the color Oak, and this is the color On Wednesday. I mean, they really have cute names too. And then this is a little brush towel. And what you do, it's like a sponge, and it's magnetic. Like it just pops right in and out of your compact. But if you go through colors and you change and you do different things, you can use it with the powders or with the creams, but you can just swap your brush in there and it cleans it off, and then you won't transfer it to other colors. But I'm going to start with the color, did I say Oak? Maybe I did. That's what the color is. I'm going to start with the color Oak, and I'm just barely going to dip in there because it has got some pigment. And then I always tap off the excess because, you know, it's so powdery. And to be honest, I'll leave probably a little trail of everywhere I go because I probably tap my brush everywhere. Like if I'm in the car and I tap it, oh, there's a little makeup residue. Lets people know I've been there. Kind of like I'm a Tinkerbell, I guess. And look, that's just a really pretty neutral. And this color too, a lot of people use this for their eyes. I mean for their eyebrows. They will, if they like powders. I like pencils. My eyebrows, they're so far gone that really there's only a few things that would help. Can you have surgery on your eyebrows? I need that. But, that's right, I gotta mark out territory. Ain't nobody gonna get in that car knowing a woman wasn't in there. Okay, so that's really, that's just a quick little wash of color. Okay, that's all I'm gonna do for that step. Then I'm gonna go in with the color On Wednesdays, or maybe it's just one Wednesday. Maybe it's just On Wednesday, I don't know. And then I'm gonna use my finger for a little bit more pigment, and I'm gonna just go right on the inner corner. And this is just not an in-your-face bling shimmer, but it is a pretty soft shimmer. And then I'm going to flip over the brush, and I'm going to go back into that same color that I used first, Oak, and I'm going to just line right up under my eyes, if I cannot stab myself. It's really hard to do when I'm not watching what I'm doing. Oh, there's my new bestie Amanda. We've been working together, collaborating. She's excited about this makeup too. She's so excited she about bought it 50 times. But so okay, so that's really it, right? I could go just like that if I wanted to. But now some people, they may, sorry, my lip is just itching. Some people may want just a little bit more I'm gonna say dramatic, but they just feel a little bit naked if they don't have a little bit more color. So I'm just gonna use that same end, the little smaller end, and I'm still gonna tap back into Oak, and I'm gonna just go into this outer V, and I'm just gonna draw just a little bit on, just to give it a little bit more dimension, just on the outside. And it don't have to be perfect. I know, I'm excited for you. What is so exciting is when you find people that love it or are excited about trying it as you are. Like, I can't even tell you how much I love it. Because what did I do there? Why didn't y'all stop me from doing that? I fixed. when you really like something, it is easy to sell, and it's just fun. Makeup's fun. I mean, to me it is. It's just relaxing. Like, I could watch crime stories and makeup videos all day. April says she watches this one girl who does her makeup and talks about crime. That may be my new best friend. April came over and we did us a reel today too. I've been on a reel kick, y'all. Oh my gosh, I'm addicted to them. Okay, that's it. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put just a little bit of eyeliner on and a little bit of lipstick, and we're done. I'm gonna get up close where y'all can see me. All the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because I have to use this to see. What is her name, April? Who is the girl? And I'm not being really precise with this either. And y'all, my ring light that I've got here is so blaring in my face that it may look like Ray Charles came over here and helped me put this on, but it's all good in the hood. I'm just going to go in with this brush and kind of smudge it out. Okay, so if I wanted to go a little bit lower, I could put a little bit on my, a little bit of the color right here just on the outside, but I'm not going to. But I could if I wanted to. And next, I'm gonna do kind of a crazy lip color. This is what I really like. Bailey Sarian. Or I don't know. This is the Sephora. It's a gel lip liner, and the color is Aubergine Dream, and it is straight up purple as the day is long. Man, I love it. So I'm gonna line my lips. Sometimes I'll line my lips. I'll over line them a little bit with a contour, but we're doing quick. And then I ramble. See, look how cute that little pearl is on my Cupid's bow. And I'm dark. Like, I'm dark right here from just the freckling and stuff, but and you would think that I was a smoker too, because I got the little smoker lines, but and my lips are jacked up. Sorry, I'm trying to see about the comments. So that's really what I do. I line them like that, and then I kind of mute it in. I like the color, and I like to run it in a little bit, and then I'll go over. This is one of my favorite colors too. I don't wear it much anymore. I've been wearing the CoverGirl stuff, but this is one of my, it's an oldie but a goodie. It's called, ooh, Cream de Nude. It's a cream sheen lipstick, and it's from MAC, and I really like it too. Look how weird my lip shape is. Is everybody's lipsticks like that? You look at them and you're like, I go, my friend Leanna, I wish she was on here. Her lipsticks will literally look like a mountain peak. Like, that's just how she puts it on. But I'm just gonna go over, and this really is such a nude color that it just blends it all together, and then it doesn't make it as harsh. And then if I wanted to go over it with like a lip plumper, I found my pharmacy lip plumper. April, when she was here today, she found it. It wasn't hiding. I was just blind. I was like my husband. I was like, couldn't find something three feet in front of my face. But you can just go over with it if you want to. Get them lips on point. Oh, it's so weird having my big old face right in this camera, y'all. But that's it, y'all. Now I'm gonna go in with me some mascara. And this is also, oh, did I tell you a while ago, the eyeliner that I used was the Extra Last from Pharmacy. April sells that. April Miller, Small Town Beauty with April. If they've got really good products too, quality products. And then here's the Pharmacy Limitless that she let me borrow. So I'm going to try that and see. So if I don't like it, I have to lie on camera and let everybody know. It's her favorite, she said. I'm just kidding. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't say anything. I may have to get my mirror out. Guess what? I have no idea where my mirror is even at. I like the brush. April, I done told you. We didn't have this discussion. I guilted her basically into giving it to me. I like it. Give me some falsies. All right. But that's it. I don't know how long this has been. I can't tell by doing it. But and I know I talked a little bit, you know, doing it as well. But I would say, and you can always set with a powder too. I'm gonna set some setting spray. I always go back over my setting spray with my sponge. And if I wanted to powder it up, I could do that too. I use the Thrive Cosmetics, and let me just go ahead and just do that just to show you real quick. I will just use my wet beauty blender, perfector sponge, and I will just put it in there, see it on the side, and then I will just go in and just put it on the places that I tend to get oily. And you can do it anytime. And if you feel like you take away, because sometimes I'll be like, oh, I think I took away too much blush, or I took away too what, you know, I'll just go back over and I'll just put a little bit more blush on top or whatever. But, you know, I really brightened up my eyes right there, so it looks, that was intentional. But that's it. And you don't want it to feel sticky and tacky, and like mine don't right now. Like if I feel my face, it doesn't. If it does feel sticky or tacky, there's a couple of things that you've probably done. You probably put your moisturizer on, because moisture is key. Exfoliation is key. Having a good, you know, a good clean slate to start with. But if you will, if you put your moisturizer on, you don't have time let it to absorb into your skin, then it will make your makeup kind of a little bit sticky, because it's got to have time. This makeup really thrives better on drier skin. Like I have oily skin. That's why I use a setting spray or a setting powder. But with that said, it works with all skin, because I'm really oily. Like I can sometimes fry chicken on my face. Like I'm oily, but my face, it also took it about a couple weeks to get used to it. And then like I said, at first, I didn't think I was gonna like it. I sent it back. And then the more I kept watching videos, I was like, oh, thank you, April. The more I kept watching videos, I was like, why don't I like it? And so, you know, I tried it again and really had my mind in the right place. It's all about your mindset sometimes, right? And so I ended up just loving it. And then every time I play with it, I think, oh, you know what? So something different may work for you that doesn't necessarily work for somebody else, or whatever. So sometimes I set with a powder, sometimes I don't. My skin is kind of adjusted to it more. And if I use the setting spray, I like this is a more mattifying. We have one with Seint, and it's called Stay Spray, but from hearing other artists and stuff talk about it, it sounds like it is not as mattifying as what this one is. And so I really like this one, so this is the one that I use. But you know, they have it too. But anyway, guys, thanks for hanging with me again on another Friday night. I'm gonna try to make it my Friday night thing to do if I can, just because we're usually home. Fridays is our days that we're both tired from working all week. We come home and we just crash. And so I just pop on. So if you can't get on, that's fine too. You know, you can watch the replay, or you don't have to watch it. But this is, you know, I just want people that's interested in it, that want to see how it works and how it all comes together. But yeah, this is how it all come together. Look at there. But anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. If you want to color match, send me a direct message, or I've got links up in the bio on Instagram or up here in Facebook. You can click on that to submit a color match form. Or if you just have questions and you just want to know more about it, just send me a message. We'll talk. We can FaceTime. You know, I can help you out with anything else. Or if you have, hey, I've got this, you know, how would we do this? I'll be glad to help, and I would love to. I love this makeup, and I would love to help you and let you love it too. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.